la ciencia.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Rico back at it again. Listen, I'm going to apologize wholeheartedly. Right when you're supposed to go live, everything's supposed to go through, the computer restarts. You're like, what, right now? That's when you're going to do the restart? You couldn't do it all goddamn day? But here we are. I apologize. I try to be as on time as possible. Y'all know how it is, but I'm not that tech savvy type of dude, man. When things happen out of nowhere, there's nothing you can do about it. But we are here. We got a big old game this coming weekend. This is going to be a weird weekend because we got games tomorrow, the next day after that. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. COVID is hitting the league heavy. And listen, man, they made the rules. They said, hey, man, COVID hits no matter what. We ain't moving games. We're not moving no games. Guess what? They kind of moved on that. Now they're moving games. Now they got games going left, right, center. So listen, man, the Bills haven't been too much in the news. So let's cross fingers and we go from there, man. But listen, welcome to another edition of the Rico Report, brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. I've been getting a lot of compliments on this beat, man. So let me rock. Let me let it rock for a little bit. Hey, Shellz, you can rock with me. You can rock with me a little bit if you want to. Listen, we got a special guest today, Panthers content creator. He doesn't feel confident in his team. I actually like that because right now I'm a little iffy with these Bills, man. These Bills got us kind of feeling kind of. So hopefully we got our act together. We start stacking W's and we go from there. Now, before I bring my guy on, we got a few things to address with these Buffalo Bills, folks. Man, it's Dion Dawkins sidelined. We may not get to see Dion. I'm not saying 100% because they gotta. Sometimes there's double negatives and this, that, and the third. So we gotta wait it out. But Dion Dawkins, left tackle, our best lineman, being out, not good. Because you know who's coming on that side. You got Brian Burns, speedster, come around the edge. Some people are like, man, I ain't scared of that dude, man. Don't even stress it. The Miami Dolphins took them down. We ain't stressing on that, right? Atlanta Falcons handled that. We ain't stressing. I got it. I get it, right? But Dion Dawkins, man, that was our best piece on the line. Now who's playing left tackle? They're gonna move over. You know what I'm saying? Tommy Doyle. Are they gonna put Tommy Doyle there? Or are you gonna? I mean, there's so many questions to be had, questions to be answered. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But without further ado, let me bring in my guest. He goes by the name of Shellz. Shellz, welcome to the Rico Report. What's good? What's happening?
Man, what's going on, Rico? Hey, I want to let you guys know a little something off the bat. You said to expect the unexpected. The computer wasn't working. I'm telling you right now, I got you feeling like I wasn't confident in my team. Let me tell you something about this Sunday. Expect the unexpected. Do you think it's going to be Cam Newton starting? Do you think it's going to be Sam Darnold starting? Do you know who's going to be playing quarterback for our football team this weekend? It don't matter.
No idea.
It don't matter. Because, look, we lost enough games in a row. Y'all lost enough games in a row. It's any given Sunday. Anyone can get sick. Anyone can get hit. And if there's one thing we got on our team right now, it might not be accurate quarterbacks. It might not be an actual game plan. It might not be smart coaches who can handle time management. But we do got some hitters on defense.
Hey, listen, I was about to say, y'all got a good defense. Top five. Top five is what I'm looking at right now, man. You're not allowing a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You guys are getting after the quarterback. You got Hassan Reddick's got 10.5 sacks. You know what I'm saying? You got Brian Burns has got about over 6 sacks. I've been watching. I'm seeing it. You guys got some cover guys. AJ Bouye, is he in?
He's in. He's out. Look, when he's in, then he gets out. I would not expect to see a full game out of AJ Bouye. Now, he will play.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he will play, but I don't know what to expect out of him if he's going to last the whole game and how we're going to use him. If we're going to use him correctly, I know Eric Snow's real good with adjustments. A lot of adjustments come after the first half, but we got to figure out how to work our back four because there's highlight plays, and then there's plays that just get burnt, and then there's a lot of finger pointing, a lot of looking around, a lot of a lot of that going on a weekly basis.
All right, so let's really break down these Panthers, because I know little, but I don't know too much, right? So run game, CMC's out. It's unfortunate because I like CMC a lot. I think he's very well liked around the league, but it's unfortunate that my man just last couple of years hasn't been able to stay healthy, which sucks because everybody talking about, oh, you just can't pay these running backs because they don't stay healthy. I can't stand it. When you have a game-changing back, you pay that game-changing back, right? You just got to make sure he stays healthy, but you just never know. But CMC doesn't come around like that. You know what I mean? How many running backs that could catch the ball like the last time I found a running back that can catch the ball like CMC was Marshall Faulk way back in the day. That could be both easy. And before Marshall Faulk, it was Thurman Thomas. You feel me? So I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I might be going a little way back. You feel me?
Let's go a little. You dating yourself a little bit, but I know.
Hey, listen, I'm proud of it. You feel me? So that brings me to this though. I'm looking at your offense. Okay. Sam Darnold, we don't know. Cam Newton thinks he's back, but he ain't back. He ain't back at all. And then you got Josh. It was not you. I think you just signed Josh Johnson. Was it you guys that signed Josh Johnson? No, that was somebody else. You guys have PJ Walker.
We got PJ Walker.
PJ Walker he can play. PJ can play.
Let you tell it.
PJ can play. I'm not going to front. And I'm looking at your O-line. Now, talk to me about the O-line. Are you confident in your O-line? Who stands out to you? Who's your weak link? I'm trying to see where these Bills can attack you guys. What's up with your O-line?
I'm a little bit confused. So you talking about an O-line for the Panthers. If you point them out to me, then I can talk to you about them, but I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them. Now I know people who get paid to be positioned on the O-line. Talk about them?
Right.
Is it them? Okay. If it's them you're talking about, then we can talk about Taylor Moton, who just got paid a lot of money this past offseason, played right tackle for us. He played all right the first 3 games when Sam was in. We won those games. We're looking kind of good. We're thinking, okay, this might be. We might have Sam Darnold looking crazy out here. We might have just proved the Jets wrong. We might have fixed Sam Darnold. Maybe our guy Joe Brady. Maybe that was the right choice. Fast forward, Sam Darnold ain't good. Fast forward, Sam Darnold get hurt. Fast forward, Joe Brady is not with the team anymore. But a lot of that comes down to we don't have an O-line. We got Cam Irving and we have Taylor. We have Elfline. We have Cam Irving. We have Elfline. We have players on our team on our line that just really can't protect us. Like so let me just break it down to you. So we got a bunch of players on our O-line. Brady Christensen, who we just drafted, who was talked about as the best O-lineman, one of the best left tackles ever of all time in college football.
Talk to me.
We play him everywhere but the tackle position. We play him at right guard, play him at left guard. We talked about playing him at center. He had to come out to the media talk about, I've never played center in my life. I have never once since middle school played guard in my life. I don't know exactly why you have me playing. Well, he didn't say all this, but what he was implying was, I don't know why they got me playing everything but what I played in college.
The position that they freaking drafted him to play.
Exactly. Exactly. So and
Bills fan, does that sound familiar to you? Go on, brother.
And look, it makes sense though, because we don't have anyone playing the right spot. A lot of these dudes should be in a completely different position. Some of these dudes should be on a couch. Some of these dudes should be in a truck driving for UPS. Some of these dudes should just, I don't know, be playing the NFT game or working on crypto or something, make their money that way. Because there's not a whole lot of talent on our O-line. But the good thing is we have the offseason coming up very soon, free agency in the draft. We have a lot of opportunities to pass up on more very good O-line talent. We do it every single year. I'm very excited for March and April to look at all those great O-linemen go.
Yeah.
And say,
so let
that
me
one could have been here.
I got to ask you this, because right now it seems as though you're already in draft mode. You're already looking to the off season, aren't you? I mean, I don't know. You guys are still mathematically still in. You're not officially eliminated. You still can put some things together.
Rico,
4 games left.
I'm gonna tell you a little story about me. This is a personal story. It's a very short story.
Go ahead.
When I first went to college, I had a class. It was called pre-calc. I dropped that class third day because I'm not very good at math. Let me tell you about mathematically not eliminated from the playoffs. That does not matter. That means nothing to me. That means,
I hear you.
You know who our quarterback is? Okay. We do you know? Name one. I want to ask you to name one of our O linemen because it won't. It's not possible. But we do not have a chance to go ahead and make a move now. Look, if we get very lucky and we play against a team that's lost a couple games recently, play against a team with a questionable quarterback who was compared to Cam Newton very, very early on. Maybe people thought he was Cam Newton Jr. That wasn't the case. That's not him. He ain't built like Cam like that. But a guy who had some promise earlier on in his career, maybe we can find a way to bounce back in this season. Maybe it was a team, up north, a team that likes to take a lot of our old players from us. Maybe
we call that
find a way to win.
The Buffalo Panthers. We know them very, very, very well. Trust me when I tell you, it's an ongoing thing, right? We always, anytime that we're down someone, we're like, all right, so who are the Panthers that we bringing over? You feel me? So let me listen. First and foremost, I got people showing you mad love. Rico, you need this guy more on. All right, listen, Shellz. I told you, man, that energy, I love it. I gotta ask you this though, real question though.
Okay.
In the offseason, y'all answered the question of quarterback. So we thought. You guys brought in Sam Darnold. We always knew Sam Darnold. I mean, first round draft pick. We knew Sam Darnold was in a not so great situation because of the head coach over there at the Jets. That boy was just awful and never managed the team well. So Sam Darnold gets a fresh new start. Panthers start off hot. 3-0, 4-0. I think it was, at one point, I think it was like 4-1 or 5-1 or something stupid, something ridiculous. I knew it was impressive. So what happened to Sam Darnold where you guys have lost faith? Obviously, he got hurt, but it started to show that you guys lost faith in him. What happened?
Oh, no, this is very, very simple. It's very similar to what happened with Dak Prescott a couple of years ago when he was trying to get his contract at first. 3 very hot games against bad teams. First team we played was the Jets. Second team we played was the Jameis Saints. Now, Jameis did look good in every other game except for us. He went crazy he had 5 touchdowns versus the Packers. Only 178, 180 yards in that game, but still 4 or 5 touchdowns looks good. We beat the Saints. Then we beat the Texans. Do you know who the quarterback was for the Texans in that game?
I believe I do know. I think it was Davis Mills at the time.
Yes, sir. I'm glad you said it because I was going to tell you I do not remember his name. I do not remember his name because you might be one of 13 people on the continent who remembers his name.
The reason I know it was Davis Mills because the Bills played the Texans and we won 40-0, and Davis Mills was the quarterback. So that's the only reason I knew. I mean, so I get it. But Sam Darnold was promising, man. You guys had receivers. I mean, you guys who'd you get? You guys drafted that young one.
You got Terrace Marshall.
Boy, he could run. He's got some good size on him. Y'all brought Roby. Roby's all right.
Yeah. I mean, he had some catching issues early on. He had some attitude issues, mostly because of Sam Darnold. His whole attitude changed when we got Cam back. I mean, then it changed again because Cam is doing what Cam's in a situation right now. We don't want to get too deep into what Cam's situation is.
Oh, we're gonna get to Cam. We're gonna get to Cam. We got
Cam got some real fancy hats. I'm gonna say he got that drip on a billion right now. That's what he got.
The drip is heavy.
Now. But yeah, so we played the Cowboys. They're an all right team. The Eagles, I mean, look, some things happen, some things don't. In that game, things didn't. I mean, the Vikings, we got beat 3-25 by the Giants, man. I mean, what do you we got beat 3-25 by 3-25. Would the Bills get beat 3-25 by the Giants?
Listen, before we get into that, we lost to the Jaguars, coached by Urban Meyer, 9-6. Bam. Trust me when I tell you, when I'm having this conversation with you, I'm having this conversation out of pure, unbiased honesty because we're facing a team that you guys have taken some bad losses. You know what I'm saying? Injuries obviously hit you. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And then you just had bad matchups. You know what I'm saying? I think matchups just worked not in your favor. And then injuries really got to you. I mean, your best running back and your best weapon on the team is gone. And you're dealing with, you know what I'm saying? I think you guys let go of your offensive coordinator. If I'm
Yeah. Joe Brady,
Feel me? So like,
he's no longer with us. No longer with us.
I mean, it's a Matt Rule offense anyway, but still, it's I think rules years ago. It's just one of those situations where it doesn't look good. So here's my thing. I need to know, what is it that Panthers fans or Panthers content creators, how do you guys view the Bills? I'm curious. How do y'all view us? Do you view us as like, yo, that's a good squad, man? Or bunch of pretenders over there, man? I ain't even worried about that.
It would take us actually spending more than a few seconds to stop thinking about every single quarterback in college game right now to start thinking about the Bills. But I think for the most part, Panthers fans got love for the Bills. Like you said, like our players, we basically trade players back and forth, whether it's actual trades, just watching each other drop plays and say, you know what? I bet that guy likes cold weather. Or you know what? I bet that guy likes to be by the beach, in the South. Let's go ahead and bring him over here.
Right.
For me, I feel like the Bills are one of those teams that it's kind of like the Chargers a few years ago, a team that should always be in the mix. Now that you guys got Josh, I mean, y'all should be in the mix, but like sometimes you just beat yourself. Other times it's injuries. I think for the most part, you're like almost good where you have expectations, but not high enough expectations to where you should actually be disappointed when you fail. That's how I feel about the Bills.
That's an interesting way to put it, because right now, I mean, if you think about, I mean, the Bills, because we used to have that stink. Oh, the Bills, man, we got that. Like, that's no problem, man. But the last 4 years, the Bills have been something to kind of like, all right, we got to pay attention to these Bills. So these Bills coming to, I mean, you guys are coming to us. I think you guys are away. You guys are home to us. So you guys coming to our spot. What is your best advantage in trying to get this game? What is it that's going to give you that edge? How do you feel to give yourself that hope? I know you don't want to give yourself hope. I know you don't. You're already into free agency talk, but let's bring it back. Where's the hope? Where do you hope that something can happen for you guys?
Yeah, really the biggest thing that can give us an advantage in this game, something that I think can be replicated by a lot of teams that are in our position, is an age-old saying, if I don't know what I'm doing, there's no way you know what I'm doing, so you can't prepare for it. How do you counter a thought process that's not happening? You can't do it. I promise you can't do it. So that's where we're at. I mean, we just surprise you with something.
Okay, so who do you want starting? Because I heard Sam Darnold will be or is activated. I'm not sure how accurate that is. So let's play the game that he is activated, right? You got Sam Darnold that the whole team is already familiar with. He's already familiar with the offense. He'll just jump right in and call it a day. Then you got the veteran Cam Newton that's kind of giving you guys a spark. You feel me? Like, you guys were kind of dead in the water, and then Cam came back and was, you know what I mean? Everybody's kind of paying attention now. And then you got PJ Walker, that's just the guy that hangs around that you can't sleep on him. He's athletic enough. So as a Panthers fan, who do you want starting for your team to actually win, to get the win? Not to tank, but to get the win.
Honestly, it's got to be Cam. It's got to be Cam. It's a tough question because honestly, you have way more faith in PJ Walker than I think anybody in Carolina. There's a lot of people at first who had a lot of love for PJ. I was like, okay, man, can I see him in the NFL? Because people don't know this. He spent 3 years with the Colts on the practice squad. He had 3 years of playing in the preseason. Yeah. He got beat out by Chad Kelly in the preseason. Chad Kelly had better preseason numbers than PJ Walker.
Chad Kelly can play them. But he's not even in the league anymore, so go figure.
Yeah. He was a very last pick in the draft, I think like 5-6 years ago. Mm-hmm. But the point is, PJ Walker we would love to trade you any of your players for PJ Walker. I mean any of them. I literally mean any of them. But I think Cam is honestly the best bet. He has the best. I mean, really, no one wants the vibes just way off with Sam on the field. He may have more familiarity, he's more used to the players and whatnot in the scheme right now, and the verbiage probably, but the players don't want to play for Sam. So that's a big thing. The players don't want to play with you if you're not a leader. Sam isn't a leader. Which is the big thing.
That? They don't want to play with Sam?
No. You should have, bro. We had Robbie Anderson yelling at Sam on the sideline. We had the defense rolling their eyes when he walked by, bro. There were so many fan cams. of the interactions between Sam and other players, whether it was like face to face or like behind his back or whatever. Like the people that locker room, he lost the locker room expeditiously. Let's put it that way. But yeah, Cam is the best option. I think we have some. I think if we can actually get our run game to work, and we Chuba Hubbard is a good running back. I mean, even Amir Abdullah, he's had some good stuff here and there. I don't know what the weather's like, so like if it's going to be cold and windy, that might be a problem for us up there. It's going to be what? It's the middle of December, near late December. So I mean, I don't know if it's going to snow up there or not, but that don't really fare well for us. But I think the real big thing is if we can get our run game going and our defense can really play for real and get after you guys, then that's gonna be the real way. But honestly, for us to win, it's gonna have to be our defense scoring at least 7, getting us in position to score 13 with field position. Just 7 and then 2 field goals. That's probably better than anything.
Bam, you're gonna have to do more than that. You can't put up 7 and a couple field goals and say, all right, that's the way we're gonna beat the Bills. You gotta score. You're gonna have to score. And on the other end,
you're asking the wrong team for that. You're asking the wrong team. It's not on the menu. That's not on the menu.
Not on the menu.
You used to them 4 or 5 star restaurants. Look, this is a Wendy's. You gotta work what we got.
This is a little truck stop.
Exactly.
I hear you, man. Because I'm looking at you, but in all honesty, I'm looking at your offense, and I'm like, all right, so I'm looking at this whole COVID situation happening. People are dropping left, right, center. The latest for us was Dion Dawkins. I don't know if anybody's been affected by it on your team yet. That's been affected by COVID. I'm not sure, but we are affected by it, boy, with our starting left tackle. So our O-line is going to be, like you said, a whole bunch of players playing out of position potentially. You're seeing. So right now, that's a big piece. The only one that's irregular is Mitch Morse, has been healthy all season, and Darrell Williams has been kind of playing all right. And you know Darrell Williams quite well. You know what I'm saying? So we had Darrell, you had Darrell Williams. And on top of that, you have one of our players that was on our team, was a fan favorite. I actually interviewed my man Bam Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Darrell Johnson. Yep. I'm not sure you. So how is he? Is he getting some playing time? Is he doing all right for you guys? Or what's going on with my man Bam?
I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking real good, honestly. Now look. In fact, I'm not even sure. Wait, is he actually still on our roster? I have to check on that.
The last I checked, he's still on your roster, man. He's like second on the depth chart when it comes to injuries. So Bam Johnson.
When it comes to injuries,
I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing Bam Johnson because Bam Johnson, he's usually on top of his stuff and special teams ace. And I'm hoping that he gets on the field. It'll be nice to see him playing up against the Bills. So here's the thing I got for you, fam. So I'm looking at your defense. Your defense is what is troublesome to me. Y'all got Morgan. Obviously, you got Brian Burns. You got Shaq Thompson. You got Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore seems to be fitting right in. So talk to me about how your defense is playing. Yeah, you look confused. You look baffled.
I'm actually very baffled because I'm not really even sure that we've gotten much out of Darrell Johnson, if anything, really.
I don't expect you to. He's a depth player.
Yeah, I don't think we really got anything. But the point is, it's gonna be relying on our pass rush. We're gonna live and die by our pass rush. We have a lot of great players. Hassan Reddick is a guy who just was talking earlier. He had an interview saying how much he loved Carolina, and we picked him up on a 1-year deal because you know how the contracts were for this offseason. Yep. But if he's a player we can build around and can get him back in, then we can actually build a very good defense. But it's gonna be our secondary. We have what should be the makings of a good secondary, or at least a secondary that won't win you games, but also won't lose you games. And the way that our defense have been playing over the past few years, we've been losing games in the passing game. Just getting beat every other play. Like Dante Jackson, he's a fast dude, very athletic, has had some problems, either staying healthy or he can get tricked on play action. He gets tricked with quarterbacks in their eyes, looking at one side of the field. He'll get caught guarding grass and then just get beat deep. He's real fast, can catch up and get the tackle, but that's after, 20, 25 yards, and he's fast enough and athletic enough that if he had the stuff up here consistently, he could really make moves. Now, this past season, this year, he's been doing a lot better. Obviously, we got Gilly Lock. He's been doing what he does. The problem is sometimes
look at you guys,
we have
Gilly Lock.
Yeah. That's kind of Colin. You know that man very well. I think
I know
you do.
well.
I think you do. But the big thing is Phil Snow will have him on an opponent's third best corner, or he won't travel with the first two. So like you can get away from him very quickly and easily, and we don't do anything about it. And now we're looking at having someone who's like one of the best receivers playing against our third best or our slot. So like there's things that you can depend on our defense. Like the pass rush is good, but we can get there. We just don't wrap up. So there's inconsistency in the pass in the defending passes, and then we just kind of scared to hit. Like we can get that contact, but I think we have one of the highest broken tackle percentages in the league, and it's been that way for a while.
People can run on you, is what you're saying. I mean, sorry. I can't say people run on you. Is that you guys are missing tackles and not wrapping up? So you're inconsistently bringing guys down. I mean, for being a top 10 defense and having that inconsistency, still pretty damn good. I mean, you sure saw us last game. Last game we were missing tackles left, right, center. Right? We just couldn't bring anybody down. You know what I'm saying? We had problems.
The thing about us is we don't allow a ton of points, but the thing is we allow points when it matters the most. We allow those points at the worst times. So it's like timely things. It's about like knowing the context of the game and knowing how to play at the right time. We just give them up when we need them to happen the least. And it becomes a whole like momentum shift in the game. And then we just can't get it back going. And then obviously the offense can't do what it has to do because the O-line's not great, which means the quarterback play is not that great. But the quarterback play, even with a better O-line, probably wouldn't be that much better. But the big thing is we are going to live and die by how well our defense plays, and they have to play a complete 60 minutes for it to really be a close game for us.
So speaking of 60 minutes, so then when you look at this offense, this Bills offense, whether you've done your homework on them or not, who scares you on this Bills offense?
I got to say, for me, I've always liked Josh Allen. Actually, no. His rookie season, I didn't like him at all. Rookie season,
I don't think anybody liked his rookie season, but it was
he was garbage. I actually thought that he was gonna be like just a big bust. I was a big Baker fan. I won't lie to you. I thought Baker was gonna be the
everybody was a Baker fan. Everybody was a Sam Darnold fan. Fam, I was a Josh Rosen fan. I mean, I was more Lamar Jackson. That was the guy I really wanted, but I didn't think we were gonna get him. So I was like, okay, they're probably gonna get Josh Rosen because they're like, they draft Josh, and we're like, Rosen, oh shit, we just drafted Josh Allen. All right, cool. So, but I'm curious because you're facing a very good offense. Like when we're humming, we're going. So who scares you? Josh Allen? I'm not sure.
Josh Allen. I mean, wait, is Stephon Diggs still healthy?
Oh yeah, he's healthy.
That's a monster. That's the monster. In fact, that's one of the biggest reasons y'all were good last year. Stephon Diggs he was a culture changer for y'all. I think he just completely shifted the entire vibe of your team. I know historically y'all been a big defense team. That's y'all hang your hats on for the longest time. But Stephon Diggs, I think, maybe he may have had a bigger impact than Josh Allen because I think he unlocked something in Josh Allen that wasn't there before or wasn't being shown before.
That's
over your whole offense.
That's a great point because they've put some pieces around Josh Allen, but you needed someone to, like you said, unlock something, and that was that alpha. Josh is an alpha, there's no question about it. But you bring another alpha in the room, you know what I'm saying? Now that's like, now you got to match my energy. And that's something that I've been always saying to people. These dudes got to match each other's energy. And if you can match my energy, you're on my level. Let's go. Let's roll. And you're right. They unlocked something last year. And this year, it looks as though teams are figuring out a way to slow down this offense a little bit. But it's just a matter of Josh finding ways to win. I mean, last week, I don't know how you felt about his performance. I mean, we were getting spanked in the first half. We were just getting owned by Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? And Tom Brady came. I mean, you guys know a lot about Tom Brady, but Tom Brady was owning us. And then in the second half, that's when Josh Allen started cooking. So I feel that because we need this game so bad, because we are pissed off, we lost 2 in a row. We haven't done that all year round. It may not be great for you. So before you get out of here, because I do have a few other questions, I'm gonna throw some things out your way, and I need your help on something.
All right.
Right. I do this thing called 2 words. Right. I name something. I may name a player. I may name a team. I may name an item. You just give me the 2 words that come to your mind first. Are you good with that?
Let's get it.
All right. So now, before you've been a Panthers fan for how long now? How long you been rocking with the Panthers?
Probably since like, I'm gonna say like 01, 02, when I was a young guy. I was a little fella.
So you're familiar. Okay, this is perfect. Yeah. This is exactly what I wanted. So this is what we're gonna do. All right. Give me a second. Two words with my man Shellz, Panthers content creator, with a channel with just under 10,000 subscribers. So y'all go out and help my boy get to 10K. That 10K is gonna feel good once you get there. It'll feel real good.
I need that.
That solo grind is no joke, man. You've been doing that, so keep pushing, bro. Keep pushing. So 2 words when I name a couple things and you let me know 2 words what will come to your mind. So when I name Sean McDermott, what 2 words come to your mind?
Overrated man.
Say it again.
Overrated man.
You gotta explain yourself. Overrated man. What you mean?
Yeah. I don't think his team's all that great. Now he's had some performances. I think wasn't he? Yeah. Actually, he's had some good defenses before, but I'm not really with him like that. I feel like he was in good situations with good players, but I think the real measure of a good coordinator is how you do with lesser talent. And I feel like he's always had some decent talent around him.
Because he's got good evaluators around him. What you gonna hate because they bring good evaluators? What you want him to be some trash?
I just gotta see. I can't call a rich man rich for being born rich. I'm not impressed. I'd rather see someone come up. I'd rather see someone come up from the bottom. And
my man's came up. He came to the Bills when we were rebuilding. Fam, we had no choice. We had Tyrod Taylor as our quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And we had a slew of just some not so great players offensively and defensively. You feel me? He's the one who built it. Him and Brandon Bean came through. Shellz, my man. Somebody said something.
He's saying Tyrod Taylor was bad.
I was the biggest Tyrod Taylor fan, bro, and then I was off of it because my man would never take shots downfield. Man was playing.
He was scared.
You cannot play shook when you're in the NFL, especially when you play for the Bills. You can't. You take what's yours. That's the way I look at it. Anyway, I'm move on. Let me get to another one. 2 words explaining to me your thoughts. Give me 2 words on CMC. Christian McCaffrey.
White lightning.
Listen, man. I've never seen a white running back play like this guy plays, man. For real. Like you don't see the last white running back that was nice like that. Mike Allstott. Let me go to what was the dude that was on he played for the Giants and then he played for the Browns. I can't remember his name, and he was like on for like a year or 2 and then he just fizzled out. But
I can't remember.
Rare. Then you had Robert Smith way back. You wouldn't know about that. It's all good. Give it to me. Cam Newton.
Oh man, it's probably gotta be Faded Glory.
Faded Glory. Is it a wrap for Cam Newton? Is it over?
It's a wrap for Cam in Carolina. I said this 2 years ago, and everyone hated what I had to say.
Yes, Tiger.
Look, what's up?
Peyton Hillis. My bad. Peyton Hillis. Yes.
Peyton Hillis. Yeah. I said, look, this team is never going to invest in an O-line that's going to be able to keep Cam healthy. This is after it was 3 seasons. He had 2 season injuries, and he had 3 straight years of shoulder surgeries. And I was like, look, this team is not going to be willing to actually invest in the O-line that Cam would need to actually be good here. So I said straight up, I said, if you want Cam here, and you're a Panthers fan, that's just greedy behavior. You don't care about Cam. You actually care more about yourself and the feeling that Cam gives you, because Cam will never have success here. I said it, and people maybe took it the wrong way, but he came back, and we don't have an O-line. We have not great coaching. We have not a good culture right now. So
y'all don't like Matt Rule? I thought Matt Rule was the guy for you guys.
No, Matt Rule. The thing about Matt is that I don't have a problem that much with his coaching scheme. It had some problems here. Time management. We've had problems with Ron Rivera with time management, so it's the same thing. It's been the same thing for like 10 years now. But the big thing about Matt Rule is that he has final say on the roster, free agency, the draft. So a lot of those picks I didn't like. That was very unpopular. You probably know if you're doing draft content, you gotta like everybody that pick the team picks. But but yeah, in the draft, didn't like all that. The free agency, wasn't a big fan. I said we should go O-line heavily in the draft and in free agency. Didn't do that. We got Pat Elflein and Cam Irving, two players that were just thrown away. We got them for very cheap, and we got what we paid for. So Matt Rule as a coach, I don't have a problem with him really. Matt Rule as a person with all the decisions and all that power and the keys, can't be that. And it's hard to have give a guy that and then take it away and keep him on as the same coach and still have that same kind of vibe. So we either gotta keep him in that role or get rid of him. And he got signed to a 7-year deal. So
it's funny because my man delusional Patriots fan says, they thought Joe Brady was the demigod. Y'all thought he was gonna do the damn thing over there, but it didn't work out for y'all. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now, I gotta bring this up though, because this is important, because I'm looking at all Panthers fans, Bills fans, how late we are in the season. What's the chance? How good do you feel? I mean, I don't want to say how good. It's probably the wrong term. How confident are you that your team can pull out a win? Can pull out a win? Because you said anything can happen any given Sunday, but like, what are the chances? I already know that you said defense is the only way you're gonna be able to do it. I get that part. You said the only people you're scared of are Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Disrespectful, you didn't mention anybody on their team. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? So let me reverse that. Give me a score prediction. That's the one thing I want to know. I want to see how confident you are. Give me a score prediction for this game. And you be real. Either you're going to get waxed or you guys are going to pull out one of those squeaky games where you guys win and we fall to the trap game. Trap games are the worst. You go in thinking that you can get that. We fell to a trap game against the Jaguars. Big time trap game. Shouldn't have been, but it was. So this one feels like a trap game. Give me a score prediction, my man. Help me out.
All right. So those are two very different questions. The score prediction
I know.
and how confident I feel. I have to give two very different answers. Man, let me just say that. Let's just say the Bills play the best they can and the Panthers play the best they can. How about that?
Okay.
It's probably going to be something like 34-21. 34. It could be 34.
You guys will put up 21 points.
I think it's 34-21. Matter of fact, it might be 34-23. We might miss a PAT. We don't like hitting too many of them. We might get another field goal. Might miss a PAT, but it'll be around a 2-score game.
You guys feel that you guys will score 21 points?
We might do it. I mean, we haven't been scoring like that in a little bit of a minute.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. See, this is, I had to put you on the spot to see where your mind is at, and your mind is not right. If you think you're gonna
look. Y'all been on the slide too, though. Y'all been on the real slide.
You're on the slide, but listen, don't forget who we just played. We just played the Panthers. Excuse me. We played the Patriots in a freaking tornado. The wind was blowing all over the place. We couldn't.
I remember that game.
You feel me?
You got beat by Drew past 3 times total. I remember that game.
You catch it. And there's a few Patriots fans in this bitch that are just waiting. You feel me? So and then we played Tom Brady, defending champ Tom Brady, and we took them to overtime. You know what I'm saying? So like we've lost some games, but you're saying we keep it close. We keep it close. The games that we've lost, we've never gotten blown out. You know what I mean? Everything's always been somewhat close. So
man, I just said y'all win by 13 points. What do you want from me, man? What do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
I just said you win by 2 scores. What,
yo, you're
what
right.
Can I say? What can I say to you? Bro?
You're right there. You're right there. Yo, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is my man Shellz. Shellz came through showing love for the Panthers. I mean, listen, man, he knows. We've been, as Bills fans, we've been there before, where we're trying to stay as confident in the team as possible, but we knew who our quarterback was. We knew who was on the defense. We just knew what the deal was when we had the likes of Trent Edwards and the likes of Kelly Holcomb, and I can keep going. You catch me? So we've been there. So Shellz knows the deal, man. So Shellz, he's got his shades on, you know what I'm saying? And I get that, because usually when you're about to go to a funeral, normally you put the shades on because you don't want to see people, catch you crying. So I get it. You're in early funeral mode. I'm feeling that right now. So, ladies and gentlemen,
I like your tone right now. Let me tell you something right now, though. Hey, check it out. In a couple of weeks, I'm actually moving for a job. I'm moving to Kansas. I'm moving to Wichita. So, hey, hold on. Y'all play the Chiefs?
We played the Chiefs already. We played them already.
You already played them already. Let me see what happened. Oh, y'all beat them. Oh,
yeah. Take a look. You see what I'm saying?
Actually, that was when my boy Patrick was going through a little something. But hey, we might see you in the playoffs.
When you move to Kansas,
hold on. We might have to see y'all in the playoffs. My boys, hey, my youth, in Kansas. I was born and raised there. You feel me? I was A1. Never left the state. I stayed in the city my whole life.
Are you a Panthers fan or you a Chiefs fan? You kind of like you double dipping. What's going on?
Just because you disrespect the Panthers enough, I might have to come back and come back as a Chiefs fan.
I gotta look, man. Listen,
yeah, I might have to. Yeah, I can't have you talking that way about my team. So if I gotta get my face back, I gotta get it back. I can't get it back this year. The Panthers,
on the beat that, you're a bandwagon fan. You're a bandwagon fan. Man. We don't want that. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, my man Shellz came through. Shellz, appreciate you. Listen, good luck on the move. I don't know if you when you're moving like within the next month or so.
Yeah, around there.
Man. Listen, good luck with the move, man. Listen, don't switch up. Don't be a sucker. Don't do that.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you stay with your team. You stay with it good. You know what I mean? Anyways, salute to you, MFG. Anytime you need anything from me, man, you hit me up. We'll collab again, and we'll go from there, boss. Yo, before you leave, plug your stuff, man. Let people know where they can find you. Podcast, Twitter, any social media. Plug that.
Yeah. So you can find me on Twitter. That's twitter.com/ShelliTronnn. It's spelled right there in the title. It's right there. You can Google that. It's that for everything on my YouTube, ShelliTronnn. You can find all that stuff there. You can also hit me up on my onlyfans.com/ShelliTronnn. That's right there too, brother. Man, that's all it is, though. I'm gonna be praying for Cam. It's a prayer session. It's nothing but a prayer session. And it's inappropriate because I know I ain't gonna get an answer. That's how you know it's an inappropriate channel.
Yeah,
I won't get an answer. But you can pay. It is what it is. But yeah, you can see me on Twitter and YouTube, man. That's why I'm on the most. And gotta show some love for Rico. Have me out here, man. For real.
Man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate your love. And yo, man, good luck with the move. Do everything, man. And we'll catch up in the flip.
No doubt.
Easy. Yes, sir. That's my guy, Shellz. Ladies and gentlemen, he said OnlyFans. I mean, the last time I heard about OnlyFans is, you're doing the business. You're doing the business on OnlyFans. But I guess OnlyFans is open for business on anything. So now let's get straight to business. I mean, I had to get, my man's was young buck. You know what I'm saying? So I threw some names out there, and he was like, "Oh, you kind of aging yourself a little bit." I said, "Proudly, sir. Proudly, sir." You feel me? But I will say this though. Talking to seen other teams, content creators and seeing how they feel about other teams and our team, it kind of gives me perspective on how to look at it, right? And then when my man was talking, and he said he's moving to Kansas, and he might have to switch. He said the minute he said my boy, I said what? What? My boy? Your boy should be Sam Darnold, Cam Newton, or PJ Walker. That's your boy. The minute he said Pat Mahomes, I said, nah, fam, we can't do this. We can't do this. That's when you know the young guys, young bucks. You understand? True OGs, we don't switch up. We stay with our squad. But he's probably playing. That's his squad. He's got to stick with his squad. But he did say something that was very interesting to me. He's interesting. He said that my man, Coach McDermott, was overrated. He said he was overrated. And a lot of folks do feel that way. My own brother, that is a Dallas Cowboy fan. He says, yo, your coach is overrated, man. His decision-making is trash. And the eyelash was over him when he chose to put Nate Peterman in for that one game over Tyrod Taylor, when Tyrod Taylor had you guys in a winning record, or he had you guys at least in a winning record. But here we are. Here we are. So now let's get right to the shits, man. Because I wanted to get a perspective from another content creator and see how that goes out. And I thought that was great, right? Now, this weekend, this is going to be a messed up weekend. Dion Dawkins gives me anxiety that he's out because you have a potent pass rusher in Brian Burns. So, I mean, it's all in his name. Get around the corner. We do not deal well with, and I'm probably giving too much credit to the Panthers. I probably am. But maybe it's just me looking, I critically look at my team. I look at my team very critically, and the fact that we have our best lineman out gives me issues, because what that does is gives Josh Allen the jitters. You guys have seen the jitters. You guys know how the jitters work. He's all over the place, right? Because he doesn't trust his linemen to hold their water. You know what I'm saying? That's what my coach used to say back in the day. Hold your water, old lineman. Hold your water, right? So these cats gonna be trembling at the line, man. False starts. I'm looking for this game to be very sloppy, and I don't like it. Sloppy football gives the other team opportunities to stick around when they have no business sticking around. Our defense is superior to their offense. Like, their offense should not be able to move the ball on us at all, right? We should be able to handle them no problem. I mean, I'm not saying that there's some bums. I'm not whatsoever. I mean, I do have respect for Chubu Hubbard. I have respect for that. I have respect for Cam. I have respect for Sam Darnold. Not really. I don't really have respect for Sam Darnold. PJ Walker, I think I'm giving him more credit than he deserves. But they got some players out there, man. They got that rookie corner that they drafted. They got Stephon Gilmore that's locking it down. They got AJ Bouye. They got Jeremy Chin on that safety. You feel me? So they got some players, right? Shaq Thompson's on there. You feel me? And you got Hassan Reddick. So that team can fly. They are a number 5 defense. So there's a reason they're at where they're at. However, they have to score. And in order for you to play with a team that can score, you have to score. So maybe this is not a high-scoring game. It may not be. We need to make this team one-dimensional. If we can get up a couple scores early, now it forces them to put the ball in the air, and that's where we do best, is we take the ball away. So that's what we need. We need to take the ball away in order for us to stay there. Now, we are, in case you guys have forgotten, the Buffalo Bills are 7-6. We are 7-6. By all means, we're not doing anything special right now. We're not very good, is what I guess I'm trying to say here. So we cannot afford to make any errors this game. COVID be damned. We've got to come out and fire on all cylinders, because if we don't and we lose this game, to me, this is a trap game. This is one of those games where we're 3-3 at home. It's not like we have an advantage when we play at home. We don't. We've lost 3 times at home, right? On the road, we're no better. We're 4-3. So this 7-6 record is a true 7-6 record. So we have to make sure that Josh is A1, his ankle's A1, ready to go, and we are as pinpoint accurate in execution. We've got to execute. You know what I'm saying? If that run is designed to go in the fucking A gap, hit the motherfucking A gap. Pardon my language. But if that's a zone run and it's up to the running back to read where he's supposed to go, but you know your gaps, hit that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't dance around, be decisive, and get to it. When it comes to the O-line, hold your goddamn water. You know what I'm saying? These speed rushers, I mean, they've got an arsenal of moves to get to the quarterback. Be patient in your backs and I guess be patient in showing your moves, if you will. And what I mean by that is when these linemen kick step and get back, you know what I'm saying, you get your arms up, man, they're gonna chop that shit down. And you know what I'm saying, you gotta wait for these motherfuckers to make a move and bow. Put your hands up, stick them up. And if we get that from these guys, you give Allen time, he will carve. He will carve like we are back to Thanksgiving weekend. But fam, if you got my guy running like a track star, it's going to be a problem. He's a runner. He's a track star. We don't want that playing in his head. We don't. We don't want him being a track star. We want him slinging that thing. We want him being the gunslinger. Let him sit in the pocket and just pick these motherfuckers apart. Pardon my language again. Got me goddamn excited. You feel me? So we have an obligation. We have an obligation to handle these Panthers like we're supposed to. We've fallen 2 games. You know what I'm saying? We've had time to put ourselves together, reel ourselves together, and get our act together. So let's get going here. You know what I'm saying? We cannot let these Panthers hang around. You know what I'm saying? Defensively, Gilly's going to be most likely locking down on Stephon Gilmore. Excuse me, Stephon. You got me saying Stephon Gilmore. Steph Diggs. You know what I'm saying? Gilmore's going to be on Steph Diggs, and you know he's going to be probably traveling. You know what I'm saying? Take away, neutralize, our best asset in Stephon Diggs. So then where do we attack? That is the question I have for you guys. So if you are the offensive coordinator, and you notice that they are bracketing and taking away Steph Diggs because that is our number one offense, who are you going to? Who do you expect to take over? Who's going to step up? Who should step up? Who are you targeting? Do we all of a sudden start trying to establish a run game again? I think we tried that before and it didn't work out. Right? So who do you think steps up this game? Because they're gonna, obviously we know that Steph Diggs is gonna get his when he can. So who steps up? I like this. 743 Lock Doer says Gabriel Davis. Gabriel Davis is the one that should step up. Because guess what? Emmanuel Sanders is not playing this game. Now, Gabriel Davis, you guys heard me last week. I said going forward, they should find more plays for Gabriel Davis. They should find more packages, right? Offensive packages for Gabriel Davis because he's that special. He plays bigger than he is. Man, last week I was saying he's 6'3", 6'4". He's 6'2". Not that that's small, but he plays bigger. So get him involved. Get Gabriel Davis involved and get him involved early. He's already established a trust with Josh Allen. So you get him involved. But there's one name that eludes this chat that I haven't seen anybody put down in the chat yet. I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked. I haven't seen the name yet. I'm scrolling through. I see Gabriel Davis. I see Dawson Knox. Well, if y'all are going to say it, then I'll say it. Somebody said McKenzie. Fair. We need to get Cole Beasley involved. This is the type of game you get Cole involved. This is the game. If you have your 2 corners locking down our wide receivers, there's no better time to go after Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley should have 6 to 11 receptions this game. And this is to get Josh started, right? To me, you get him started. How you get him started? Get rid of that ball because that pass rush is going to be coming fierce. Don't forget, we don't have Dion Dawkins. So the line's now going to be shuffled. And we haven't even talked about the line yet. We're going to talk about who we say should be in this. My man, Ethan Richardson. I said Cole Beasley, dude. Oh, my bad, man. Don't get mad at me. Don't you get mad at me. I said Cole Beasley, man. Dude, I hear you. Cole Beasley should be the guy that we target often. to move the sticks, get the sticks moving, get you know what I'm saying, Josh Allen warmed up. You know what I'm saying? Get Cole Beasley exposing the defense, finding the holes. This is where I need Cole to come through. Cole needs to come through. D Handsome. Cole, dude. That's real. Yo, so I'm telling you, man, I wasn't trying to make fun of my man Ethan. Ethan, it's all love, buddy. All love. But in all honesty, we need I was gonna say we need Ethan. Cole Beasley needs to step up, and he needs to make himself available, man. Find that damn zone in the hole, find that hole in the zone, and let's rock and roll. Now, here's my question for the chat. We went from running the rock to epic failures against the New England Patriots. We just could not. They bullied us in the trenches, offensively and defensively, and they shook us out of running the ball so much so that last game, we didn't run the ball once in the first half. And then we ran the ball less than 10 times with our running backs in the second half. So my question to you is, what do we do with this run game this game? Are we adopting the whole let's not run the damn ball, we're just going to throw it? Don't forget, these matchups are different. These are very different matchups. One would say that the defensive backfield in Carolina is better than Tampa Bay, and I would actually agree with that. So now what? Well, here's my thoughts. Here are my theories. Let's get some like, did you see what the New England Patriots did to us? Something so damn simple, but yet so effective, right? They went, I wouldn't say they went jumbo, but if we're going to run the ball and we're establishing the run, jumbo, or get an extra lineman in there, and then bring Gabe Davis, one of our best, you know what I'm saying, run blockers, and have him crack on that lineman and toss sweep. You know what I'm saying? It worked so damn good against the damn Bills when the Patriots did it to us. Something so simple. Receiver crack down, tackle pulls, running back follows. It seems so damn simple. Is that in his playbook? Is Dable even going to bother? I'm curious, man. I'm very curious. I need to see how this is going to play out. Jonah Williams says, yo, let's be real. It's the Josh Allen show with very little sprinkle of our IRBs. Well, don't forget, Josh Allen is nursing an ankle injury. So do you run Josh Allen like you ran him into the ground last game and then you have this happen? Or do you take more off of him by running the rock? So now you guys catch what I'm saying now, right? They're trying to keep and preserve him. You don't want to run him to the ground because guess what? We play the Patriots the following week. So you want him I think you want him as healthy as possible. So here's what I think. I think this is going to be a heavy dose of running the rock, some jet sweeps. I think we're going to see a lot of creativity from Dable, and enough that we get the ball out of Josh's hands. That's what I think is going to happen, right? You might even see, and you know what? Somebody just said it, and I was just thinking it, and I just saw you say it, right? Delusional Patriots fan. Look at my man come in. Mitchell Trubisky's design runs. Here's the deal. I was just about to say, if we're in a position where we don't know if it's going to be a run or pass, or because he can do both, obviously, it takes Josh off the field. You put Mitchell Trubisky in, and you have these two just go back and forth. Obviously, the majority of the snaps is going to go to Josh Allen, but Mitch Trubisky, when he's in maybe, you know what I'm saying, RPO, you know what I'm saying, or he's saying option formation, shit, he may take off. And we all know that Trubisky is athletic enough that he can. So that could be something that Dable decides to, dabble into. Or Dable into. You like that, by the way? I'm corny like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. But I honestly feel that there's going to be an emphasis on getting the ball out of Josh Allen's hands. So what that means is getting the ball into the receiver's hands quickly. Cole Beasley, and getting the ball into the running back's hands. So look for, I could probably see I don't know. And here's the tricky part where I'm not sure. Will we see an activation of Zach Moss? Right? Are we going to go 7 receivers again? I don't know if we go 7 receivers. If we do go 7 receivers, look for Josh Allen to get rid of that ball real quick. But I do not want, and I know I was harsh on Zach Moss. I was extremely harsh on Zach Moss, saying I don't want to see this guy touch the goddamn ball anymore. Well, I had to check myself. And sometimes you got to check yourself. Some people might call it flip-flopping. I don't call it flip-flopping. I call it checking myself, because sometimes I get emotionally involved, and I'm like, you guys know how I get. But then you got to sleep on it and really look at the situation. I like Zach Moss as a running back. I just feel like he's not performing the way we need him to perform. He's underperforming. There's no question about it. I think that he's a little, for what we feel we need him for, he's underperforming, and I feel like he's a little heavy. He might be a little heavy, so maybe in the offseason, slim down a little bit. You're going to keep your strength, slim down so you're a little quicker, so you can get to the holes quicker. You know what I'm saying? Like, look what Devin Singletary did. Devin Singletary worked out like a beast. That boy changed his body completely, and you can see the difference. My man is hitting these gaps and hitting these holes hard. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he's falling forward. He's not getting blasted back. So that goes to tell you the hard work that gets put in the freaking offseason. So, Zach Moss, maybe it's one of those things where you're going to take a couple pounds down, right? You know what I'm saying? You 220 right now? Yo, go down to 215, 213. So that way you're a little faster on your feet. You know what I'm saying? And maybe hopefully in year 3, the game slows down for you. I think he can still be a good asset, but goddamn, he's just underwhelming this year. And it's hard. It's hard for me to even look at this thing, man. So that's one thing. That's one thing to look at. All right. I need to bring something else up, by the way. Jerry Hughes needs to lose some weight. He's actually underweight. But anyway, speaking of Jerry Hughes and speaking of the O-line, I forget who I was speaking to, and I really don't want to discredit who was speaking to me. I just can't remember, but I remember what the person said, and we were talking about the Bills' failures. And where we just lack, tenacity. We lack a whole bunch of things. Then this person said to me, well, did you look at your O-line? And I was like, okay. He's like, you guys are undersized. You guys are like you got Ed Oliver, which is 6'1", 280, 285, defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Jerry Hughes, undersized. He's 250 pounds, 255, right? And then you had Epinesa that was playing at a big weight, and he lost mad weight, right? Size-wise, we just don't have the big, huge size. We got rid of that size, right? Remember we had Jordan Phillips? Jordan Phillips was a big boy in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So we lost some size. Even Zimmer is the undersized, right? So the only big boy we got online is Greg Rousseau and maybe Boogie Basham, right? And then we had Phillips gain weight. Don't forget, he had to gain weight for him to play heavy on that defensive tackle. So we've had a lot of undersized, quick guys on the line. And you wonder sometimes why we get pushed around on the line. You wonder why we get bullied on the line, because we're undersized. So hopefully next year, we decide to bring some hoggies, bring some big boys on there. I mean, Star Lotulelei is the only guy that, you know what I'm saying, that's got that weight down, 300 pounds. I think he's the only 300-pounder on the freaking line. If not Phillips, because he gained weight. So we've got to, next season, man, there's a whole lot of people that we got to look at. Because I think the only people that are remaining on this offense, on this defensive line, that are coming back next year, correct me if I'm wrong, Ed Oliver, you got Greg Rousseau, Boogie Basham, and I think Phillips. I think that's the only one I'm not sure about. So we lack the size. We lack size. So no wonder we don't win in the trenches. No wonder we don't, you know what I'm saying, we're losing that battle, because we get pushed around. we've got to. I mean, it's like we're built on speed. But come on, man. You want to win the trenches, you gotta at least have some size in there. I mean, we did something good when it comes to size by getting. I mean, it starts now because I think he's known that, and God bless him for doing that. But he drafts two mammoth of men in Tommy Doyle and Spencer Brown. Spencer Brown is 6'8". Tommy Doyle was like 6'6". Big fellas. You got 300-pound Spencer Brown. I think Tommy Doyle is just over 3. It starts there. So next year, hopefully we can, get some size on the offensive line as well. I mean, I don't see something. I mean, I don't know how much he weighs. I mean, I don't want to check it right now, but if you look across the line, man, we're just undersized. So we need to get some big boys, especially, and I'm more specifically speaking on the defensive side of the ball. So if we can't do anything about it right now. Can't do anything about it right now. So continue to do what we do. Stack the box a little bit, use our finesse, but just don't be surprised when we get pushed around when it comes to a bully team. These teams that bully will push us to the trenches, and that's how you end up taking losses. So that's why we spread the ball out. We may not need that much size. We may not run the ball as much because we're going to be airing the damn ball out. So I can see where their strategy could come from. But damn, man, when we want to run the damn ball, we got to. Luis, what's up, my man? And I mentioned Rousseau. Rousseau was the one guy that said that's a big boy on the line. You know what I'm saying? See, what is he, 6'6", bro? 280, 290? Boy, that's good. I think I'm putting too much weight on him. I think he's in the 270, 280 mark. But damn, that's great size. That is great size. Richard Forbes, only with extra blockers that we get. I'm not sure if you're in a conversation with some folks, but yeah, man. So anyways, and I got into talking about size, and I got into it because I got into talking about Zach Moss and how he's underwhelmed and even cutting some weight a little bit. Maybe he gets a little quicker, because if you look at what our running back in Devin Singletary did, he did the opposite. He gained weight. He worked on the season. He worked on the offseason. The boy got swole. So I like the running backs that we got. It'll be interesting to see what they do next year. If we're going to make changes, I see the changes happening more so in on the offensive line rather than the running back room. I think we add to the running back room. I don't think we get rid of any of these guys. And then we go from there. I think we rock with Singletary, Moss, and then somebody else. I don't think Breed is going to come back. I doubt it. And they'll probably draft somebody and then go from there. But the O-line definitely has to change. Right? Now, speaking of O-line, I need your help with this one too. How do we line this line? What's the lineup? Talk to me. How are you lining up? Left to right. Give me your lineups right now. Dion Dawkins is out. So how are you going to play this? Do you put Spencer Brown at left tackle? Then you leave John Feliciano at left guard? Or do you put Ike Butker at left guard, and then Mitch Morris, and then Feliciano, and then Darrell Williams at right tackle? Or do you put Cody Ford at right tackle, Darrell Williams goes to left guard, John Feliciano stays at left guard, and then you put Spencer Brown at left tackle? Could that be a situation that we use? I need to know. Give me your lineups. Michael Lenzone, he goes Spencer Brown left tackle, Feliciano left guard, Mitch Morris, Butker at right guard, and Williams at right tackle. That's an interesting lineup, man. Butker at right guard. That's a very interesting lineup. Here we go. We got, wait a minute. You're going to put Bills Mafia. Hold on. The Bills Mafia folks says we're going to put Darrell Williams at left tackle. I don't know if we could do that, fam. I don't know if we could do that. Darrell Williams at left tackle, Feliciano, Morris, Butker, Brown. How do you guys feel about this lineup? Williams at left tackle. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like that one. Thanks for the comment, though, but I don't like that one. Luis says, Cody Ford is just paperweight at this point. Damn. Well, You guys already know how I feel about my man Cody Ford, man. He's just underwhelming. What's up, my Niger boy? Namdi. Namdi says, yo, just do it this way, man. Spencer Brown left tackle, Mongo at left guard, Morris, Ford, Williams, call it a day. That's not a bad lineup. That's not a bad lineup. I don't mind that one because don't forget, Spencer Brown during the offseason when Dion Dawkins was out with COVID, which really is unfortunate because this is Dion's second bout. I can't say second bout, a second case of COVID. And we already know how he dealt with it the first time. So it's going to be very interesting to see how we deal with this time. Now, looking at this lineup, because let's deep dive in this one, man. So Spencer Brown spent a lot of time at left tackle when Dion Dawkins was out. So that could be the move. So Spencer Brown left tackle, which is not great, by the way. But Spencer Brown left tackle, but it keeps the line somewhat intact with Mongo, Morris, Ford being familiar with right guard, and then Darrell Williams goes to right tackle. Damn, that might be the move. That might be a move, man. It'll be interesting because I mean, let's be real. That's where Spencer Brown played all the offseason. When he was out, there was a lot of shuffling going on. I can't see them putting in Tommy Doyle in. You know what I'm saying? And they refuse to put Ryan Bates in unless it's a big personnel. They refuse to put Bates, and I get it because if actually they can put Bates now that Feliciano's back. So look for Ryan Bates to probably get some playing time. I'm not saying I forgot about Ryan Bates, but here's my new lineup. Ryan Bates left tackle, Mongo left guard. Then we put Morse at center, Ford at right tackle, and we put Spencer Brown, and we remain Spencer Brown at right tackle. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? So Bates, Mongo, Morse, Darrell Williams, Spencer Brown. It's a possibility. Topper Hartley says, didn't Spencer Brown play left tackle in college? He played both. He played right tackle and left tackle. And so did Tommy Doyle. Actually, Tommy Doyle played mostly left tackle in college. So I'm not saying that you're going to see Tommy Doyle, but Tommy Doyle played mostly left tackle in his collegiate career. Listen, we're about to find out shortly how that's going to play out. Wayman Brown says, yo, let's just go. He says, man, F it. Listen to me. Let's go. Spencer Brown, Feliciano, Mitch Morse, Ike Butker, right tackle, Darrell Williams, call it a day. That's not a bad lineup either. That is not a bad lineup. Either or. However we decide to play this, here's what needs to happen. Josh Allen's jersey must not get dirty. Josh Allen hopefully can stay in the pocket. And if the pocket collapses, if he can make his way out, great. But here's what I want from Josh Allen. Don't try to be the hero guy that tries to stiff arm every little guy on there and tries to get the ball downfield because they will knock your block off when they have the opportunity, especially because you're outside the pocket. Live to fight another day and throw it out of bounds. Now, let me recap our night. By the way, we got 152 people watching right now. Some folks watching from Facebook, some folks watching from the good old YouTube. Appreciate you. And we'll go from there. By the way, before I get into anything further, whether you guys know this or not, we have made a administrative change. So we would show you guys this number here for you guys to text if you want to become part of the text club. Well, we've gotten away from the text club. We are now going to Discord, right? So if you're not part of our Discord chat, we are in there constantly. If you're not in there, be in there because that's where our announcements are going to be made. That's where we're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be actually giving away tickets to football. We're working on it right now. I don't want to get my eggs all in a basket, but we're working on giving giveaway tickets to the last remaining games in Buffalo. So be ready for that. But all our announcements and everything that we're going to do is going to come in the Discord. You guys are probably wondering, what the heck are you talking about with this Discord business? Well, let me tell you something, folks. Jump in on this Discord, man. All right? It's the BF Discord. Download the Discord. And then you're going to sign up with Buffalo Fanatics. It's easy, man. It doesn't cost you a damn dime. And in the chat, if you want to come in and chat with me, I will give you the link and you can come through and we can chop it up. Join the Discord chat, man. That's where it's at right now. So, in conclusion, let me conclude my night with you guys, right? I always appreciate that you guys come through, so I always know that. But let me conclude our night. We talked to our Panthers content creator. He doesn't feel good about it. And what's up, Randy? Randy Bo Bandy. What's happening, bro? He doesn't feel good about the matchup. He said the score is going to be 34-21. I said, wow, you guys are going to put 21? Damn, good for you. He goes, what do you want from me, man? I'm giving you guys a 2-score lead. What do you want from me? He makes a point. He makes a great point. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't feel confident. But to me, and maybe it's the Bills fan in me, I always feel that an inferior team, and especially what position we're in and where we are a 7-6 team, it's a trap game. This is the epitome of a trap game because we need to win it. We're on a 2-game losing streak, a team that we should beat on paper, and we lose to them. It just can't happen. We lost to the damn Jaguars. I don't think this team wants to do that again. I think we honestly beat these guys. However, it does loom in the back of my mind that this can fall as a trap game. We just cannot fall for the trap. You know what I'm saying? Come in, you're at home. You know what I'm saying? Put on your big boy pants and handle these guys the way you're supposed to handle them. And then we prepare ourselves for the mother effing Patriots. You have no idea, and I'm not looking forward and ahead of this game, but I want these Patriots badly because these guys have been talking mad shit, and they're probably in the chat as we speak. We got to shut them up. Furthermore, they play the Colts. They can easily lose to the Colts. And then we play the Patriots. We beat the Patriots. Guess what? We're both 9-6. And the AFC East is up for grabs. But the real question is this. Hold on a second. I gotta give my man Autumn. The Discord is lit. A few bad apples aside, but it's lit. Yo, we're gonna fix them few bad apples. We're gonna kick them boys out if they keep fucking around. But the real kicker in this is that we can take the AFC East. With a loss to the Colts, talking about the Patriots, and then they play us. And if we handle the business the way we're supposed to handle business, we're both 9-6. But here's a real question. And I was asked this question just a few days ago. Would you rather host a playoff game at home in Buffalo with the winds, with snow, with the elements, and you know how we deal in these elements, hasn't been great, or go on the road to somewhere like the LA Chargers, where it's nice weather, where now everybody's playing with great weather and we got to use best team wins? What would you rather? What would you rather? Luis, yes, new merch is coming. Trust me when I tell you, new merch is on the way. That's the question for y'all, man. Martin Hernandez says, yo, host it in Buffalo. That's it. Nowhere else. My man Pave Dave says, yo, Frank Reich is going to help us out. I hope he does. I mean, what way do you want to look at it? You could look at it as Patriots just remain number one and the Colts lose because the Colts are on our ass. Or Colts can win and the Patriots lose, but we got to beat the Patriots for us to take the East. It's a tricky one. Some people are saying, no. We want the Patriots to win. We don't want the Colts to keep winning. Or handle our own destiny by winning against everyone going out. Win out. And you don't got to deal with we don't got to talk about anything else. Win out. And we got to hope and pray that the Patriots take a loss. My man, delusional Patriots fan said, Patriots own a Bildo Stadium. Yo, you're a fool. So here's where we are, folks. Here's where we are. We'll see how this plays out. It's a big game. It's a big game, man. Some people might not look at it as a big game, but when you're down, you're 0-2 in your last 2 games, and you desperately need to win, this is a big game. It shouldn't have been, because we should have handled teams that we should have handled, but we are where we are. We are 7-6. We're in the hunt. And I know people are like, but we're the 7th seed. Yeah, we're also tied with somebody else. So to me, we're in the hunt. With a 7-6 record, our asses are in the hunt. I'm telling you. My man Autumn says, yo, Rico, don't call it a trap game, man. I call it my Bills drought trauma. All right, fam. So that's it for me, man. Much love to everybody that tunes in every week and show support to your boy. I appreciate it. Y'all need to jump on that Discord chat. That's where it's at right now. And if you haven't, you need to, you know what I'm saying, download the app. It's that simple. Discord. Go to your Apple, go to your Google Play, download that app, get in the Discord. A lot of you guys that's in this chat right now are in that chat. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I'm putting it out there right now. Once the season is done, you know what I'm saying? Listen, the Buffalo Fanatics have been going strong for a year and a half straight, every day, every week for a year and a half. It's a lot. We tired. You feel me? So we may take a little break, but that's not what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say was draft is around the corner. So I'm trying to do something new. If you think you know your college football, and I'm talking about you know it, like you know all your stuff, and you got a little bit of charisma, listen, man, we might have you on the show. Hang out with us. Talk to me. Hit me up. We'll work it out. So that's it for me, folks. You guys have a great evening. You guys have a great night. I'm done for you. I'm done for the night. And I gotta give and show love to everybody that's been tuning in and showing love to the Bills. You got me saying the Bills Fanatics. You got me saying all the way back. The Buffalo Fanatics. I appreciate y'all, man. That's all I'm gonna say. So it's my time. You guys know I always end my show the same way. Be good to one another. You don't know you don't know what someone's going through. It doesn't take much for you to just be kind. All this bumping gums, yo, cut that out, man. We're adults. Be good, man. Because that one person that needs that love, you can save their life, man. Real talk. So, and anytime you can get a chance to dance it up, you should. So, folks, that's me. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We got a big game Sunday. You guys already know the drill, man. Come join your boy after the game, post-game show. It's going to be big. It's going to be hot. Hey, maybe I should spit a couple bars for you guys. Hey, psych. I ain't no rapper. I'm a podcaster. Anyway, folks, that's it for me. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And until next time, it's your boy. And I'm gone. Let's go.